waters. Are ye faithful, joyful and triumphant? O come ye, O come ye to Bethlehem. Come and behold him, born the King of ages.
Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him, Christ the Lord.
Sing choirs of angels, sing in exultation. Sing all ye citizens of heaven above. Glory to God, glory in the highest.
Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him, Christ the Lord.
Yea, Lord, we greet thee, born this holy morning. Jesus, to thee be glory given. Word of the Father, now in flesh appearing.
Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him, Christ the Lord. Away in a manger, no crib for a bed, the little Lord Jesus laid down his sweet head. The stars in the sky looked down where he lay. The little Lord Jesus asleep on the hay. The cattle are lowing, the baby awakes. But little Lord Jesus, no crying he makes. I love thee, Lord Jesus, look down from the sky, and stay by my cradle till morning is nigh. Be near me, Lord Jesus, I ask thee to stay. Close by me forever and love me, I pray. Bless all the dear children in thy tender care, and take us to heaven to live with thee there. Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let
Christ my eyes have not adored,
Christ the everlasting Lord.
late in time behold him come,
Offspring of a virgin's womb.
veiled in flesh the Godhead see,
Hail the incarnate deity.
pleased as men with men to dwell.
Jesus our Emmanuel.
Hark the herald angels say,
Glory to the newborn King.
we three kings of glorious God, bearing gifts we traverse afar, field and fountain, moor and mountain, following yonder star.
Oh, star of wonder, star of night, star with royal beauty bright, westward leading, still proceeding, guide us to thy perfect light.
Born a king on Bethlehem's plain, gold I bring to crown him again, King forever, ceasing never over us all to reign.
Oh, star of wonder, star of night, star with royal beauty bright, westward leading, still proceeding, guide us to thy perfect light.
Frankincense to offer have I, incense owns a deity night, prayer and praising, and raising, worship him, God most high.
Oh, star of wonder, star of night, star with royal beauty bright, westward leading, still proceeding, guide us to thy perfect light. Angels we have heard on high, sweetly singing o'er the plains, and the mountains in reply, echoing their joyous strains.
Gloria in excelsis Deo, Gloria in excelsis Deo.
Shepherds, why this jubilee? Why your joyous strains prolong? What the gladsome tidings be, which inspire your heavenly song?
Gloria in excelsis Deo, Gloria in excelsis Deo.
Come to Bethlehem and see, in whose birth the angels sing. Come adore on bended knee, Christ the Lord, the newborn King.
Gloria in excelsis Deo, Gloria in excelsis Deo.
first Noel, the angel did say, was to certain poor shepherds in fields as they lay, in fields where they lay, keeping their sheep on a cold winter's night that was so deep. Noel, 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 Lord is the King of Israel. They looked to the sky and saw a star shining in the east beyond them far, and to the earth it gave great light, and so it continued both day and night. Noel, 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 Lord is the King of Israel. And by the light of that same star, 3 virgins came from the country far, to seek for a king was their intent, and to follow the star wherever it went. Noel, 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 Lord is the King of Israel. Deck the halls with boughs of holly, fa la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly, fa la 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 la. Don we now our gay apparel, fa la 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 la. Troll the ancient Yuletide carol, fa la 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 la. See the blazing go before us, fa la 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 la. Strike the harp and join the chorus, fa la 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 la. Follow me in merry measure, fa la 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 la. While I tell of Yuletide treasure, fa la 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 la. Fast away the old year passes, fa la 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 la. Hail the new ye lads and lasses, fa la 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 la. Sing we joyous all together, fa la 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 la. Heedless of the wind and weather, fa la 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 la.
Oak Park Theater Company acknowledges and honors the land on which we gather, the traditional and ancestral lands of the Anishinaabe, Cree, Oji-Cree, Dakota, Dene, and Métis nations. We acknowledge and honor our water which flows from the waters of Shoal Lake 40 First Nation. We commit to recognize the harms of colonization, and we are dedicated to moving forward in the true spirit of truth and reconciliation with Indigenous peoples.
My word, I love Christmas. There's just a spirit in the air.
It's a time of joy and celebration. It is a time that people are more kind and more considerate.
Well, most people, that is.
Quite right. For there are those who see Christmas as a waste of time and energy. My uncle was not only a member of that tribe, but in all honestness, their loudest cheerleader and most ardent supporter.
He hated Christmas. He hated anything that did not make him richer, so he hated Christmas most of all.
And on this particular Christmas Eve, he was in a particularly foul mood.
Maybe it was because 7 years ago on this very night, his business partner and only friend Jacob Marley had died.
Marley was long dead and buried. This you must remember, or nothing wonderful can come of the tale you're about to witness.
And so, on a crisp and chilly Christmas Eve, my Uncle Scrooge.
That money-grubbing, selfish old sinner was.
Can you believe it? Conducting business in his accounting house.
My word, Mr. Bentley. $300,000. A fair profit, if I do say so myself.
And thanks to you sold it to us the record, Mr. Scrooge.
Yes, in addition to this, I have some other business propositions. There's a lot of money to be made across the pond. Then, of course, there's this whole new internet thing. There's a hunger for information, Mr. Bentley. And the internet offers an abundance of such resources. I say he who invests, wisely mind you, will be well rewarded.
Without a doubt, sir.
Should we discuss these opportunities at length?
I will be pleased to, but unfortunately, I have some urgent business across town. But I am available tomorrow.
On Christmas Day?
Oh, of course on Christmas Day. It's like any other day as far as I'm concerned. Why should it be an absence of work?
My feelings exactly. I sense we are kindred spirits when it comes to business. Until tomorrow then, cheerio.
Good day, Mr. Scrooge.
Mr. Scrooge, there's a Mr. Granger here to see you.
Well, see him in. We mustn't keep clients waiting.
This way, sir.
Good afternoon, Mr. Scrooge, and Merry Christmas.
Good afternoon, Mr. Granger. I understand you are here to propose some sort of business.
The business of charity, sir.
Charity.
Yes, it's the business of everyone.
A man's first priority is his financial gain. This is none of my business. Good day, sir.
But Mr. Scrooge, there's so much suffering in the world, so we try to get together some funds around this time of year to buy the poor some meat and drink and means of warmth for the holidays. Because it's a time above all others when want is more keenly felt and abundance rejoiced. What can I put you down for?
You may put me down for nothing. My business occupies me constantly, and I do not make myself merry at Christmas, and therefore I cannot afford to make other people merry. Good day.
But Mr. Scrooge, there's so many people in need of help.
Are there no prisons? Are there no workhouses?
There's plenty of prisons and workhouses.
Well, good. From what you had said, I was worried something had put them out of their very useful work.
But Mr. Scrooge...
Mr. Granger, as I said before, it is none of my concern.
Mr. Scrooge, you can't be serious.
I very much am. Now, good day.
Merry Christmas, Uncle Scrooge! God saved you.
Ah, humbug.
Christmas not humbug. You don't mean that, I'm sure.
Of course I do. What right have you to be so merry? You're poor enough.
What right to you to be so miserable? You're rich enough.
What else can I be in a world full of fools such as this? Merry Christmas. If I had my way, any fool who went around with the words Merry Christmas on his lips be boiled in his own pudding and buried with a stake of holly through his heart.
Uncle.
Nephew, let me keep Christmas in my own way.
You don't keep it.
Leave it alone then. Much good has it ever done you.
But Uncle, I've always thought of Christmas as a fun and charitable time. It's the only time of year when men and women open their hearts and see each other as fellow passengers to the grave, and not as another race of creatures bound on different terms. And therefore, though it has never put a scrap of gold or silver in my pocket, I believe it has done me good, and it will do me good. And I say, God bless it.
Well said, I must say.
So you agree with my nephew, do you, Mr. Cratchit?
Yes, Mr. Scrooge. I think Christmas is a very joyous time of year.
Well, if you let me hear another word from you, you'll be spending your Christmas looking for another job. Is that clear?
Yes, Mr. Scrooge.
It's a wonder you don't go into politics. You're a wonderful speaker.
I might just take that up on you. Can I count on your vote, Uncle?
Bah!
Oh, Uncle, don't be mad. Here, come have dinner with us tomorrow.
No, thank you.
But why not?
A man's first priority is his financial future. You should have never gotten married. Why did you?
Why does anyone get married? I fell in love.
You fell in love.
You've never been in love, Uncle?
Never.
Never?
Never. Now, is your sole intention in coming here to keep me from my work?
Oh, I'm sorry, that was not my intention. I've come here because I brought something that belongs to you.
And what would that be?
Letters.
Letters.
Yes, Uncle. Letters. I was looking through one of my mother's old boxes, and I found these letters that you gave to her when you were much younger, Bob. I'm from a very different Uncle Scrooge than the man who sits there before.
You read them?
Oh, I might have read one or two, maybe three. I mean, can you blame me?
You had no right to read those, Fred. Now hand them over.
I'm sorry, Uncle. This is not my intention. Let me make it up to you. Come to dinner with us tomorrow.
Again, no. But hand me those letters.
Not until you come have dinner with us.
Bah, there is an obstinate child.
Stubborn like my Uncle Scrooge, my dad used to say. Well, if you don't come to dinner with us tomorrow, how about you, Bob? Why don't you and your fine family come join us for Christmas Day?
That's a very kind offer, sir, but I'm afraid I'm scheduled to work.
Good Lord, on Christmas? That is a humbug. I wonder what mean-spirited old money grabber put you up to that.
If I were to deduct his pay, you would think him taken advantage of. But if I were to pay a full day's wages for no work, you wouldn't think me taken advantage of.
But, sir, it's only one day.
That's a poor excuse for picking a man's pocket every 25th of December. Ah, I'm surrounded by such fools. If you must have it, have it.
Thank you, sir.
So then I take it that means you're free to come dine with us tomorrow?
No, Mr. Cratchit may use his day for whatever he pleases. But I will be using my day for more profitable enterprises.
Oh, I'm sorry with all my heart to hear you so resolute. But I've made my trial and on Christmas cheer, and my Christmas cheer will always last. So Merry Christmas, Uncle. And a Happy New Year.
Ah,
Oh, and Bob, the offer still stands if you're willing to join us.
Thank you, but we enjoy having the whole family around for the holidays.
There's nothing more important than family, is there, Bob?
No, sir, nothing.
Well, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
And Merry Christmas, Uncle.
bah, humbug. Well, Mr. Cratchit, you have tomorrow to do with as you like. But remember, I expect you here all the earlier the following morning. Is that clear?
Quite clear, sir. Thank you.
Mr. Cratchit, this is a cruel world in which your only shield against the cold hand of poverty is gain and acquisition. What is Christmas time to you? The time to find yourself a year older, but not an hour richer.
Yes, sir. Good night, Mr. Scrooge.
Good night. Whoever's there, I'm warning you. I'm armed. Yes, yes, I'm armed. So, come out from the shadows, whoever you are.
Mr. Scrooge, I'm sorry to disturb you on Christmas Eve, but I took the chance that I might find you here still at your office.
What sort of a trick are you playing?
Trick, Mr. Scrooge?
Yes, what sort of a game are you playing?
I assure you, sir, I'm playing no game. Is something wrong?
Wrong? No, nothing's wrong. Now, I assume you are here to make a payment.
Yes. Well, I've run into a bit of a problem, you see, and I'm looking to make an arrangement for an extension, Mr. Scrooge.
The terms of the loan were quite clear when you signed them.
Yes, but it's difficult finding work at the time, and I'm a good worker. I'm good for it, I promise.
None of this is my concern, Mr. Harrington. Either you sacrifice the collateral you have offered, or you will find yourself in my lawyer's office. There's not a court in the land that will not rule in my favor.
Maybe so, sir, but that doesn't make it right.
I have a right to be paid the money owed me.
But, Mr. Scrooge, I'm sure that you have seen tough times yourself and have needed a helping hand from time to time.
God helps those who help themselves. Full payment is due by the end of the year.
Were you always such a cold and unfeeling man, Mr. Scrooge?
You may find me cold and unfeeling, but I would say I am a man who is worth something. I'm a man whose word carries weight. A man who can strike a deal and back it up with his signature. I'm a man whose signature is worth something. Yours, however, it seems may be soon worth nothing, if you continue treating your business in this manner. Good day. I am off to the Nag's Head pub for a well-earned and well-deserved supper.
But rest ye merry gentlemen, let nothing you dismay. Remember Christ our Savior.
What are you doing on my doorstep?
Singing, sir.
Singing.
Yes, sir. You might happen to have a change, would you, sir? For the poor boy just trying to make a few dollars?
Singing is not something I wish to pay for. Now, get off my step before I call a constable. If you want to make money, go and earn it. Work in a coal mine or something. Find some other porch to haunt. Hello? Is someone there?
Oh, Mr. Scrooge, I was just leaving. You're running rather late, even for yourself. And I do have my own family to think of, especially since it's Christmas. We wives and mothers have a lot of work to do with all the preparations. It's a difficult time for me and my wife.
Yes, Mrs. Dilbert. We all busy ourselves with what we think is important.
Now, I've left your gruel in the kitchen and put a cover on it to keep it warm. And I've also put the bed warmer on the bed because it's a cold night. The only people who can feel this cold are the dead, I reckon.
Yes, Miss Dilbert.
Yes, Mr. Scrooge?
You haven't noticed anything peculiar, have you?
Peculiar. In what way?
No strange noises, perhaps.
No stranger than usual. This place creaks and groans like an old man.
So everything's quite normal then?
Everything is as it should be. Why? Is there something wrong?
Well, it's just for a moment that I thought I saw outside. No, it can't be. It's all this silly talk of Christmas making you hear and see things. Good night, Mrs. Dilbert.
Good night, Mr. Scrooge. Will you be taking your breakfast at the usual time tomorrow?
I see no reason why I should adjust my schedule.
Of course. I'll see you first thing in the morning.
Christmas, kind, hospitable, charitable time. It's all nonsense. Not even Hannibal and his elephants could break down my door. I'm warning you. Whoever's there, I'm warning you. I'll call the cops. You'll spend your Christmas in a jail cell if I have anything to say about it.
Ooh.
What sort of wild beast are you?
Ooh.
Who and what are you?
In life, I was your partner, Jacob Marley.
Marley? No, it cannot be. You're long dead and buried.
Do you not believe in me?
No, I do not.
You doubt your own eyes and ears.
Yes, in this matter they are not to be trusted, for you could be nothing more than a chunk of cheddar, or a glob of mustard, or a bit of underdone beef, or maybe just a chunk of potato. I say there's more of gravy than of grave about you, vile beast.
Man of worldly mind, do you believe in me or not?
Yes, Jacob. Why do you walk the earth and haunt me?
It is required of every man, the spirit within him should walk among his fellow men. And if he does not do so in life, he is doomed to do so after death.
After death?
Yes, and to wander the world without rest, to witness what it cannot share, but might have shared in life, and bring to happiness.
But who has done this to you, Jacob? Why are you shackled?
I've done this to myself. I wear the chains I forged in life. I made them link by link and yard by yard. The same weight and length of chain you bore yourself 7 Christmas Eves ago. You have labored on since yours is a monstrous chain.
No, Jacob. Tell me it is not so. You were always a good man of business.
Business? Mankind was my business. The common welfare was my business. Charity, mercy, forbearance, benevolence were all my business.
Have mercy, Jacob, please.
I have none to give, but you may yet. A chance and hope of escaping my fate. A chance and hope of my own procuring.
Thank you, Jacob. You're always a good friend to me.
You are to be haunted by 3 spirits.
Haunted? Is that the hope and chance you mentioned?
It is.
I'd rather not be haunted if it's all the same to you, Jacob.
Without their visits, you will be doomed and cannot hope to shun the path I tread.
Doomed?
Expect the first when the bell tolls 1.
What sort of spirits are they, Jacob?
Expect the second when the bell tolls 2.
What will they do to me?
And the third when the bell tolls 3.
How will I know them?
I can say no more. I can stay no longer. Remember, Ebenezer, for your own sake, what has passed between us.
Humbug. This is all humbug. You'll not be haunted, Ebenezer. There's no such thing as spirits. Humbug, I say, Ebenezer. Humbug! Are you the spirit whose coming was foretold to me?
I am.
Who and what are you?
I am the ghost of Christmas past.
Long past.
No, your past.
My past? Why my past?
For your welfare, come with me, Ebenezer. I have much to show you.
who's the boy here?
William, you're cheating!
It's William Turner. He was always getting into trouble, that one. Nothing serious, mind you, just boyish mischief.
These are the shadows of things that have been. They cannot see us, nor can we change or influence them. Don't be a wimp, Charlie.
That's Charlie Campbell. He's a smart lad. He was top of his class. It's so wonderful to see them like this, so young and carefree.
Enough of you boys. Off you go to your room. Come, Ebenezer. The school is not yet deserted. A solitary child, neglected by his friends, is left there still. Well, Ebenezer, it appears according to the headmaster that you and I are to spend Christmas together.
Not to go home.
No, apparently your father would prefer you to stay here. I suppose we must make the best of it, though.
Yes.
I like to spend my holidays reading. It's the only time of year when I'm not in the kitchen cooking for you lot and I can enjoy some quiet solitude. I do hope you will spend your time in such a manner as this. I can have the headmaster select a few books that might be of interest to a young boy your age, Robinson Crusoe, the like. You may take your meals with me to the kitchen instead of the dining hall, if that is agreeable.
Yes.
Oh, come now, Ebenezer. You may not be home for Christmas, but you still have a roof over your head and food. There are many in this world with far less than that. If you wish to have more, though, I suggest you put your nose to the grindstone, boy. God rewards those who work hard, and he punishes those who don't.
Yes.
What is the matter?
Nothing.
Nothing.
There were some boys at my doorstep last night.
And you were reminded of them?
They were singing a Christmas carol.
Yes.
I suppose maybe I should have given them something, but if I were to give every man, woman, or child who fell upon hard times my money, what would be left for me?
We can give more than just our money, Ebenezer. We can give our time and our labor to help those in need.
But it's not my business.
Not yours, then whose? Come, Ebenezer. Let us see another Christmas.
Oh, dear
Fan?
brother.
Why, Fan, it is you!
Yes.
Well, why are you here?
I've come to bring you home.
But how?
Father's changed,
I'll believe that when I see it.
but he has. He has become so much kinder than he used to be that home's like heaven.
That's a miracle.
Last night, Father spoke so kindly and gently to me when I was falling asleep that I wasn't afraid to ask him once more if he might come home. And he said, yes, you should, you must. And he sent me in a car to bring you. Can you believe it?
Hardly, but I'm happy nonetheless.
Isn't it wonderful?
So wonderful.
And you are to be a man and to never come back here. But first, we are to spend Christmas together and have the merriest time in all the world.
You are quite a woman, little Fan.
Come on, Ebenezer.
She was always a delicate creature, whom a breath might have withered.
Yes, she was so kind. She didn't have an enemy in the world.
But she died a woman.
Yes, and far too young. What kind of God allows that, I ask you?
She had children.
Yes, one.
Your nephew, Fred. He's not so like his mother in appearance nor disposition, is he?
No, that is not true. But as a man, you need to be tough to get by in this world. I've tried time and time again to teach him the importance of hard work in industry, but it just seems to go in one ear and out the other. I'm sorry to say it, but Fred is a fool and will always be so.
And yet, he seems happy. Come, Ebenezer, there is more for you to see.
This is my old desk.
You know this place.
Why, yes, I know it. I was apprenticed here. Why, it's old Fezziwig, alive and well again.
Ebenezer, I'd like you to meet a business associate of mine, Jacob Marley.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. Marley.
You're the young man I've been hearing so much about.
Yes, Ebenezer has a keen mind for business and more than doubles our profits every year. Can you believe that?
Sorry to interrupt, Mr. Fezziwig, but Harvey Grayson is here to see you.
Oh, what does he want now?
Why, it's Ricky Wilkins. We were good friends. Once.
Perhaps you could ask him to call back later? Tell him I'm in the middle of something.
Yeah, I tried that, sir, and he says that the matter is urgent and must see you at once.
Well, I guess I'd better see him then. If you'll excuse me, Jacob, I won't be a minute.
Oh, that's quite all right, Mr. Fezziwig. You go attend to Mr. Grayson. I'd like a word with you on prodigy here, Mr. Scrooge.
Absolutely.
So tell me, Mr. Scrooge, in your professional opinion, is Fezziwig conducting his business in a manner as to maximize his profits?
Well, Mr. Marley, I don't think it right to comment on my master's business affairs.
Oh, come now. I'm asking you not as a friend of Fezziwig, but as a man of business. Is old Fezziwig, to put it plainly, making as much money as he could?
Mr. Fezziwig, while a good man, is not always of business mind.
Ha! I thought so. I was going to buy him out, Mr. Scrooge. I'd even made him an offer. And then you come along and suddenly, old Fezziwig is drowning in money, and I ask myself, how did he manage that? Well, he didn't manage that, did he? You did. And a very shrewd man of business you are, Mr. Scrooge. I am most impressed.
Why, thank you, Mr. Marley.
Nonsense. I speak the truth. If you run your business as old Fezziwig does, I would call you a fool and say you deserve any punishment your foolishness gets you. But you are no fool. Are you, Mr. Scrooge?
I do not think of myself as a fool. But I did think there was more to life than business.
Ah, that's Fezziwig talking. Life is business, and the business of life is profit. And you and I must talk business. I am fully prepared to offer you a position in my firm.
Are you Mr. Marley? That's very generous.
Yes, I've been seeking a keen young man that I can train to be my partner, and from my inquiries, you appear to be that man. If it hadn't been for you, old Fezziwig would be in the poorhouse this winter instead of celebrating Christmas. Why not come work for me where you can reap all the profits of your labor? A junior partnership to begin with, but I promise you, an equal partnership if you prove yourself worthy.
Why, thank you, Mr. Marley. I'm so tempted, but I suppose Mr. Fezziwig has been more than fair with me, and I suppose I owe him a debt of gratitude.
You are loyal, I will say that. Well, you needn't decide right now, but you must make a point of coming to see me in the new year so we can discuss matters further. You have a great future ahead of you, Ebenezer, if you are willing to take it.
Oh, that Mr. Grayson will be the ruin of me.
Why do business with him then?
Well, he's been a client of mine for many years and stuck with me when times were hard. I feel it only fair that I stick with him when he's going through hard times. Oh, Ebenezer, make a note that Mr. Grayson's payment for the lumber we shipped him will be moved up to the beginning of March.
Yes, Mr. Fezziwig.
Now, Jacob, you must stay to have a glass of punch and celebrate the holiday with us.
I'm sorry, no, Mr. Fezziwig. I'm afraid I have some business to attend to.
On Christmas Eve.
A small matter, but a matter that demands my attention nonetheless. Good day, sir.
Merry Christmas, Mr. Marley.
Yes, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Mr. Scrooge.
Merry Christmas to you too, Mr. Marley.
Happy holidays, Mr. Marley.
Oh, come on, it's Christmas Eve and we're sitting here at our desks. Come on, Ricky, come on, Ebenezer, let's go have some fun.
Belle. She's so young, so beautiful.
You know this woman.
Yes, why, yes, I know her. Belle! Oh, Belle!
She cannot hear you.
But is there no way for me to speak to her?
You can only say what you said before. This is but a memory.
My husband, you failed to mention what an accomplished dancer dear Mr. Scrooge is.
Yes, it appears he has the feet for dancing as well as a mind for business.
What more do you ask for in a husband? I wonder, Belle.
Now, darling, we mustn't spy. It's a little...
It's creepy.
Well then, speaking of fortunes, Mr. Marley seems willing to offer me a position at his firm.
Are you not happy with Fezziwig?
Oh, I very much am, but when a man is given an opportunity to improve his position in life, I see no reason why he should not take it. Does it bother you?
Well, it's just from what I know of Mr. Marley, I'm not so certain he's the sort of person you should be working for.
Nonsense. He's rich and successful. And if he takes an interest in my future, I should at least consider it.
I suppose so.
And what are you two up to?
Nothing.
Well, then perhaps I could ask about for a dance.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ricky, but my dance card's already filled.
Oh? Is it? How now? What's going on here? You can tell your friend Ricky Wilkins.
Well, you must know. Belle and I plan to marry.
Oh, do you now? Isn't that wonderful? Well, I guess congratulations, Ebenezer. Congratulations, Belle. I wish you a long and happy life together.
Thank you, Ricky.
I'm sure that one day you'll meet a fine partner and have a very happy family of your own.
Well, I'm never fortunate enough to meet someone as stunning and as kind as you are, Belle, that I hope I'm smart enough to let them know how you feel and snatch them up before somebody else does. Again, congratulations.
What a grand night.
Grand indeed.
Yes, and all thanks to old Fezziwig.
Here, let's take a toast. To our dear Mr. Fezziwig, may he have a long life and may great successes follow him for the rest of his days.
Well said.
Agreed.
I'd forgotten Mr. Fezziwig had such a generous spirit.
Generous? How can you say that? This party only costs a little. Why does he deserve such praise?
Spirit. His power lies not in money. His power lies in words and actions, in things so slight and insignificant, it is impossible to add them up and give them monetary value. It is as if this party had cost a fortune.
So, you no longer believe fools such as old Fezziwig here deserve to be boiled in their own pudding or buried with a stake of holly through their heart?
Well, I didn't mean old Fezziwig. He was a good master. I loved working for him.
Something troubles you, I think.
It's just something I wish I could have said to my own clerk, Bob Cratchit, right now.
Now, Belle, I know you and Scrooge get to spend a whole lifetime together, but because of that, I think I should get at least one dance.
Put Ricky out of his misery.
Come, Ebenezer.
But must we go?
We must.
Why can't we stay a while longer?
Our time grows short, and there's still much to see. Come, Ebenezer, come, hurry.
Quite satisfied, Mr. Fezziwig.
You offered me a great deal more than this 5 years ago.
That was 5 years ago. And you're Profits have changed. This is more than fair. You won't find a better offer.
Do you remember this?
Yes.
Join them.
And if you wait much longer, your holdings may end up being entirely worthless.
I offer you this amount because of our long association in past business. The hard truth is you have little choice in the matter.
I suppose you're right.
Oh, no. Initial here. Initial here. Here. And sign here. You made the right decision. You have until the end of the week to vacate the premise.
And remember, you may take any personal items you like, but anything in the company name now belongs to us.
Cheer up, old man. You're not completely without means. What a bargain, eh? Would have gladly paid 2-3 times the amount. You never take the first offer. It's always far below what the buyer's willing to pay. Business sense like that, it's no wonder he drove his company into the ground. Oh, come on now. Feeling sorry for old Fezziwig, are we?
I'm just worried what will become of the old man, that's all.
He's in this situation because of his own doing. How many times have I told you, Ebenezer? Business is business, and if you let your personal feelings and emotions interfere, it clouds your judgment.
Yes, business is business.
And the only thing that matters in business is making a profit.
And making the biggest profit you can. Right, Jacob.
Right you are. Come on now, let's celebrate. I'll get us some drinks.
Scrooge.
No, Spirit, please. I can't do this again. Please don't make me do this again.
You've lived this already. See it through.
Belle, what brings you here at this time of day?
I spoke to our friend Ricky Wilkins, and she told me that you were planning to buy out old Fezziwigs.
Yes, we have in fact. The deal has been inked. You just missed the old man.
You never told me.
I never tell you about any of my other business dealings. Why should this be any different?
Ricky also told me that you're planning to cut everyone's wages by half.
Yes, well, that can't be helped. Old Fezziwig was a fool with his money. He paid his employees far more than his competitors and extended credit where he shouldn't. We'll get the company back on its feet, sell it, make a good profit.
Ebenezer.
It's business, Belle.
And what am I to then, a bad investment?
Don't be silly.
I'm not being silly. Another idol has replaced me in your life, and if it can cheer and comfort you in the future as I would have tried to do, then I see no just cause to grieve.
What idol has displaced you?
A golden one.
How can you hate with such contempt the pursuit of wealth?
You fear the world too much.
Because there's much to
You
fear.
were not like this when we first met. I have seen your more noble aspirations disappear one by one until all you care about is profit and gain.
I'm not changed towards you, am I?
You are. Do you not see it?
Everything I've done has been for us.
Then why are we not married? You're certainly wealthier now than you were 5 years ago.
One deal gone wrong can ruin a man. You think I want to end up like old Fezziwig? I think not.
I think you were changed. When our marriage contract was made and we were of one heart, our marriage promised happiness. But now that we are two, my heart is filled with misery.
Oh, so I make you miserable now, do I?
Are you not miserable? You hardly seem happy at the prospect of us spending our lives together. And so, I have no choice but to release you.
Release me? Have I ever sought release?
In words, no, never.
In what then?
In changed nature. Tell me, if you had not promised to marry me before, would you seek me out and try and win me now?
Of course I would. You think not?
I doubt very much that you would choose me. You who measures everything by financial gain.
And if you did turn your back on your one guiding principle, I think you would in time come to regret your decision. And so, I release you with a full heart and the life that you've chosen. You didn't go after her, remember? That bell I heard a moment ago.
Yes.
Oh, well, let's celebrate. Today is a new day. Today, you have earned the right to a full partner. How does that sound?
Full partner.
Yes, it was promised to you, and I'm a man of my word. You've more than proven yourself worthy. I'm even going to the expense of having a new signing with both our names on it. You'll be a force to be reckoned with, I dare say. Come on. A full partner. Cheers.
Cheers. Spirit, why do you show me these things?
So, you may consider the path you've tread. Come, there is more for you to see.
No, no more. Torture me no longer.
Come, Ebenezer.
Ha!
All right, you two, time for bed.
Oh, do we have to?
Yes, it's well past your bedtime.
But we're not tired. Can't we just have 5 more minutes?
You've already had 3 extra minutes.
Can we please just play one more game?
More games tomorrow, my dears.
Now off to bed. We will be up shortly to kiss you goodnight. But I'm hungry.
Hungry? You've had enough desserts. How can you still be hungry?
Well, can't we please just have one more game?
Mom, don't worry, I'll take care of them.
Will you, my dear?
Oh yes, and I'll put them to bed too.
Thank you. Now you hear that, listen to your sister.
What a wonderful night. You know, I saw an old friend of ours this afternoon.
Who?
Guess.
Guess, how can I?
Oh, come on, be a sport.
Well, all right, then give me a clue.
Okay, I'll give you just one. Humbug.
Oh. Him.
It was him.
And how is Ebenezer?
Fully engaged with his enterprises, as it may seem.
Focused on some very good business opportunities and timely investments, no doubt.
What's wrong with that?
You know, we spoke of nothing but business, and I must say he was not very happy to see me.
Why would I be happy to see you?
You know, crowds part away like the Red Sea before Moses when Scrooge walks down the street. Except for I stood my ground and he had no choice but to acknowledge my presence. Scrooge, my good sir, how are you today, I said.
And what was his reply?
Good day, sir.
That's all? Good day, sir, nothing more?
Well, what can I say? His misfortune has been my good fortune. You, my dear, have made me richer than I could have ever imagined, and he has money but little else.
Well, very sad.
Sad?
You knew him, Ricky, back when he wasn't so harsh with the world. He changed when his sister became ill and died.
Well, sooner or later his true nature would have surfaced, don't you think?
His sister was always able to bring out his good and loving nature.
Well, if he ever had a good and loving nature, it would be long since dead and buried to the world.
I hope that's not entirely true.
We're kind. That is why I'm so happy that you thought me good enough to marry. You certainly made me wait long enough.
You should have said something.
You were engaged. To make my feelings known would have been utmost inappropriate. And
And I regret nothing now because we are together, and you make me the happiest I've ever been.
Spirit, why do you torture me with these visions? Why do you show me these things if I cannot change them?
These are the shadows of things that have been. They are what they are and cannot be changed.
Leave me alone, Spirit. Conduct me home. Wash these memories from my mind and leave me in peace.
We will now be taking a 10-minute intermission.
a kite, said the little lamb to the shepherd boy. Do you hear what I hear? Ringing through the sky, shepherd boy. Do you hear what I hear? A song, high above the trees, with a voice as big as the sea. With a voice as big as the sea, said the shepherd boy to the mighty king. Do you know what I know? Do you know what I know? In your palace warm, mighty king. Do you know what I know? Do you know what I know? A child, shivers in the cold. Let us bring him silver and gold. Let us bring him silver and gold, said the king to the people everywhere. Listen to what I say. Listen to what I say. Pray for peace, people everywhere. Listen to what I say. Listen to what I say. The child, sleeping in the night, he will bring us goodness and light. He will bring us goodness and light. Sleigh bells ring, are you listening? In the lane, the snow is glistening. Our beautiful star, we're happy tonight. Walking in a winter wonderland. Gone away is the bluebird. Here to stay is a new bird. To sing a song, oh, we stroll along. Walking in a winter wonderland. In the meadow we can build a snowman. We'll pretend that he is Parson Brown. He'll say, are you married? We'll say, no, man. But you can do the job when you're in town. Later on we'll conspire as we dream by the fire to face on face that we've made. Walking in a winter wonderland. In the meadow we can build a snowman. We'll pretend that he's a circus clown. We'll have lots of fun with Mr. Snowman until the other kids knock him down. Later on we'll conspire as we dream by the fire to face on face that we've made. Walking in a winter wonderland. Are you the spirit?
I am.
You are unfamiliar to me.
Am I? Well then, step closer. Step closer, man, and know me better.
I do not wish to seem ungrateful, but I'm exhausted and in dire need of sleep. I'm exhausted from my previous encounter.
Here, drink from my cup and you will be restored in more than this and given the strength to continue. We have much to see in little time. Drink, man, drink! I am the ghost of Christmas present. You mean to tell me you've never shared in the abundance of the season? Never given a gift, received a gift? Never enjoyed a Christmas feast, a plum pudding, a rum punch? Come now, Scrooge. There was a Christmas or two many years ago when you were a much younger man. When you had plans and hopes for a life with Belle. When you knew my brothers.
Yes, that may be true, Spirit, but that was a long time ago.
Well, then you know the joy of giving and the fun of receiving. It is not dead in you. We can reawaken these feelings of generosity and kindness. The choice is yours. Live as you have, or change.
I'm too old to change.
Nonsense! Come with me. Let me show you the joy of this season. It knows no class bounds. It knows no age. It knows no race, gender, or wealth. Come with me and see how even the poor have much to celebrate on Christmas Day.
Spirit, what is this place?
This is the home of your clerk, Bob Cratchit. It's a modest dwelling, but a happy one.
Goodness me, settle down before you crash into something or drop a plate and break it.
Mom, where's Dad? Oh, your father and Tiny Tim are probably up to some mischief between those two. They should have been home long before now. Martha, you're ridiculous.
You'd think after 2 years of dance school, she'd be able to hold a beat.
Come on, Mom. I'm awesome.
Yeah. Well, you're very late today, dear.
There was a lot of work to finish up last night, and an awful lot to clear away this morning, Mother. I'm sorry. I came as quickly as I could. Well, never mind. You're here now. Have a seat, dear.
Everyone, we're home.
There's Mother coming. Martha, hi.
Hi.
Yes, hi.
Hello, my dear. What a long day.
Happy Christmas, Mother.
Oh, happy Christmas indeed. What have you been up to, my dears?
Oh, Abby. What took you so long, Robert?
What have you been up to, though? Where's Aunt Martha?
Oh, not coming, I'm afraid.
Not coming. Not coming on Christmas Day. Has something happened?
Yes, something has.
Well, what is it? What's happened?
Martha has been summoned to the Buckingham Palace to meet the Queen.
Oh, has she now?
It's quite true, Mother. They sent a carriage and everything.
And she's to have dinner with the Queen, no doubt.
I wonder what they'll have.
Oh, well, whatever they have, it won't be nearly as good as the meal your mother has prepared for us.
That's true.
Poor Martha, stuck having dinner with the Queen. That just won't do.
What are you going to do, Father?
The only thing I can do, I'll just have to invite the Queen here for Christmas dinner.
Are you really going to invite the Queen?
Oh, Bob, don't be silly.
I'm not being silly. I'm sure there's room at the table for one more. Now, everyone, let's practice our bows and curtsies. We want Her Majesty to know that we may not live in the palace, but we do know our proper etiquette.
What a pleasure to meet you, Your Royal Highness.
Oh, Abby, you're such a little lady.
Your Royal Highness, you are as beautiful as all the angels in heaven, and the world knows of your generosity and kindness.
You're quite the flatterer.
Well, that is true. I'm sure that once the Queen gets a taste of your mother's fine cooking, she'll be a regular guest at Sunday dinners.
The Queen?
None other.
Oh, Bob.
Merry
Martha here? Good heavens.
Oh, I was here all along. And you knew it.
I did not. I'm quite shocked to see you here. Merry Christmas, Martha.
Merry Christmas, Mother. And how was trip?
Wonderful, my dear. Deacon's a fine fellow.
Did anything interesting happen?
Well, I'll let Tim tell the story.
Oh, well, it wasn't a big deal. I just gave my seat to an elderly lady.
But Tim, didn't you need it?
Oh, it was fine.
It wasn't really fine, but we needed it.
You're such a generous child.
Come on, Mom.
Hey, you are growing stronger. Stronger and more hardy every day. Aren't you? Isn't he?
Of course. Let's eat. There wasn't a feast as fine as this.
Seems like a rather small meal for a family of this size.
And what of it? There are those in this world with far less than that. God rewards those who works hard and punishes those who don't.
And so, God means to punish this poor boy and his family? I can't believe that. Tell me, what will become of the boy?
Yes. I see an empty chair in the poor chimney corner, and a cane without an owner, carefully preserved. If these shadows remain unaltered by the future, the child will die.
Die? No, Spirit. The boy, he shouldn't die if it can be helped. The Spirit of Christmas past had no power to change things, but surely you do. You are here in the present.
The power to change the world lies not within my realm, but in the land of the living. If these shadows remain unaltered by the future, none other of my race will find him here.
But the boy must not die. There must be someone who can provide for the boy.
Why not let him die and therefore decrease the surplus population?
You use my own words against me.
And why not? Who are you to decide what men shall live and what men shall die? In the sights of heaven, you may be less fit to live than millions, just like this poor man's child.
Delicious, my dear. And your pudding, your best yet.
Oh, yes, Mother. Very fine pudding.
Best ever.
Delicious. The whole family home for the holidays. I couldn't be happier. So, Merry Christmas to us. God bless us.
God bless us.
God bless us, everyone.
Exactly right, Tim. And with that in mind and the spirit of the season, I say we toast to the founder of the feast, Mr. Scrooge.
Mr. Scrooge.
Yes, my dear.
The founder of the feast, indeed. I wish I had him here. I'd give him a piece of my mind to feast upon.
My dear, please. Christmas Day, the children.
Only on Christmas Day would one ever drink to the health of such a cruel, stingy, and unfeeling man as Mr. Scrooge. You know he is, Robert. Nobody knows it better than you do.
My dear, Christmas Day, a loving, charitable time.
Oh, very well. I'll drink to his health for your sake in the days, but not for his. Long life to him. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. He'll be very merry and very happy, I have no doubt. Mr. Scrooge.
Mr. Scrooge.
God bless Mr. Scrooge.
Well, how about a song then? Jingle bells.
What a good idea.
Yes, jingle bells.
All right.
Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh, o'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtails ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to laugh and sing a sleighing song tonight.
Now, let us visit your nephew and see how he celebrates the season.
So is it living or is it dead?
Yes or no questions only, remember?
Okay, sorry. Is it living?
Yes.
Is it an animal?
Yes.
Is it a cow? Moo!
No.
Does it live in the country?
Nope.
In the city then?
Yes.
Does it growl?
Oh, yes.
Is it a dog?
Woof!
No.
Is it a cat? Meow!
No.
Huh?
Oh, it's a rat! It's a rat! Say rat!
A rat?
Nope.
Is it a horse?
No.
Oh, jackass! It's a jackass!
Oh, I know. Is it a jackass?
Yes and no.
Oh, I know it! It's your Uncle Scrooge!
Yes!
You got it?
When I saw him yesterday, he said that Christmas was a humbug. Can you believe it?
Humbug.
And he believes it too, old fellow.
More shame for him, Fred. What a thing to say.
He's a comical old fellow, that's the truth. Not as pleasant as he could be.
That's certainly true.
But his offenses carry their own actions, and I have nothing to say against him.
He is certainly rich.
One of the richest men in London.
What of it? His wealth is of no use to him.
I'll make a use of it.
I'm sure you would, Topper. But what good does he do with it? He certainly doesn't make himself comfortable with it.
I have no patience with him.
Oh, I'm sorry for him. I couldn't be mad with him if I tried. Who suffers by his harsh and uncaring attitude? Himself. Always. And here, he takes it into his mind to dislike us and not to come to dinner. And so he leaves us up on a very fine dinner and a chance to celebrate the season.
Well said. I'm sure it's going to be a fine dinner.
Here.
And to think, there was once a time where he wasn't such an unpleasant old fool.
What are you talking about, Fred?
Well, he often wrote to my mother and came across those letters he sent her. He was a much younger lad during school. And during his courtship to someone named Belle.
You had no right to read
Scrooge
books,
was
Fred.
engaged?
Courtship?
I don't believe it.
Believe it.
Quite right. Why shouldn't you believe it?
Does that change your opinion of him? To know that he once was in love? That he once had hopes of becoming a husband and a father?
Not in nothing I'd like, but...
What happened?
I made a mistake.
Oh, I don't know. The engagement was broken off for some reason, I take it.
I guess he lost interest. You know, interest. Scrooge was a moneylender.
Oh, yes. I get it now.
Well, whatever happened. That's the Scrooge my mother loved. He was a very different man than the one he's become.
Sad.
Isn't it? And that's why I plan to give him the same chance at Christmas dinner with us every year, for I pity him. He may rail at Christmas till he dies, but he can't think any better of it. And of all people, if he sees me going there year after year saying, Uncle Scrooge, how are you? Merry Christmas, come have dinner with us. And if the only outcome is that he takes it into his mind to give his poor clerk, Bob Cratchit, $50, and that's something.
Here, Fred.
Well said.
So, in the merriment he has given us, I say we drink to his health. A Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to the old man, whatever he is. He may not take it from me, but may he have it nonetheless. Uncle Scrooge.
You treat your nephew with such contempt. And yet, he takes us to his house. He wishes you well. He invites you to dinner.
My nephew is young. And when you are young, you do not always understand how cruel this world can be.
Just because the world is cruel is no excuse for you to be.
Spirit, I did not want to say anything before, but I have noticed you are aged.
I am. My time on this earth is very brief. It ends tonight.
Oh, Spirit, please don't leave me. Is there nothing more you can show me?
There is one more thing you must see.
Hey, that's mine. I found it first.
It's mine.
That's not fair.
I don't care about fair. Enough. You two, come here.
Are these your children?
They are man's. This boy is ignorance, and the girl is greed. Beware of them both, but most of all, beware this boy. For if he is allowed to grow unchallenged, he will bring the world nothing but doom. Those who know him well live on fear and act on fear with violence and hate. If you come across this boy, speak against him and all those that would choose to use him. Silence him with love compassion, and knowledge. For this is a long road to understanding and peace.
Have they no refuge or resource?
Are there no prisons? Are there no workhouses? Come, you two. I don't know prisons. I don't know workhouses. I don't know prisons. I don't know workhouses.
Am I in the presence of the spirit for Christmas yet to come? Oh, Spirit, you are more terrifying than any of the specters I have seen this night. But I know your purpose is to do me good, so I'm prepared to bear your company. Yes, you have much to show me.
So, what are your plans for the holiday?
I'll probably just hang out the last ballet. I heard that Mr. Bentley and Mr. Scrooge are joining forces.
Yes, I heard the very same thing.
Two peas of fun, eh? Those two?
Yeah. I suppose it's all changed now that he's dead. You know, dead as a doornail. Look, he even made the news.
When did he die?
Last night, I believe. And quite unexpected.
What was the matter with him?
God knows.
What has he done with his money?
I haven't heard.
Left it to his company, I suppose.
Well, he hasn't left any of it to me, and that's all I know.
Well, I will imagine it'll be a very cheap funeral.
Oh, on my life, I don't know anyone who will go. Do you?
Well, I'll go, but only if lunch is provided.
I don't think he ever bought anyone lunch when he was alive. Why would he go through the expense of buying us lunch now that he's dead?
Well, if there's no lunch, I can't think of any other reason to go. Can you?
None.
Nor I.
Spirit, I know those men. How far into the future is this? Spirit, why do you not speak to me? Yes. I want to see.
I was just finished the rounds. I should have my quiet alleyway up here.
Right, good.
That's Mr. Newberry. What on earth is he doing here?
So, Mr. Newberry, what brings you out on a cold night like tonight?
Business.
Business. Music to my ears, sir. Music to my ears. Rows of business. No matter the reason, no matter the season, there is always money to be made. Just like your profession, sir, I am a 365-day-a-year enterprise. Death doesn't take any holidays. Why should we, huh? What have you got for me?
I have few items, but they are of good quality.
Oh, thank goodness I found you.
Excuse me, we're conducting business at the moment.
It's Mrs. Dilber. What on earth is she doing here?
Oh, Miss Newberry, I'm so sorry. I didn't see you there.
Miss Dilber.
Merry Christmas to you.
Yes. Merry Christmas. Fancy us meeting up here?
If I'd known you was coming here, we could have split a cab ride, I suppose.
Yes, although I do not make this a common practice, Miss Dilber. But with certain clients, one needs to cover expenses. I would prefer we keep this a secret between us.
Of course, I understand completely. Everyone has the right to take care of themselves. And besides, who's worse for a loss of a few items like these? Not a dead man.
Are they selling the property of a dead man?
They're of no use to him now.
All right, come on. Time is money. You two can prowl away in your own time, not mine. Who's going first?
Ladies first.
Oh no, you were here first, so you should go first.
Very well.
Yeah. High quality, huh? That's what you said?
Yes, that is a very fine pencil case.
A lot of these around nowadays, not worth as much as they used to be.
This watch, pure gold.
slated, I think. And if you think otherwise, you can take it back. Let's see here. I can bust up these. Is that it then?
That's it.
Give you $2.20 for all of it, not a cent more, even for oils and oil for not doing it. That's fair price, Mr. Newberry.
$2.50 and I'll throw in the jacket.
$2.45.
Deal.
What there? What have you got?
There you go, Joe.
All right. What's this then? A sample bed curtain?
I bet very fine, very nice ones too.
Ooh, those are nice. Feel that. Very fine work. High quality. How'd you come across these then? Did you take them down, rings and all of them, line right there?
Of course I did. Why should I have? But he never gave a care about me, so why would he give a care about me now that especially now that he's dead? And besides, he owed me.
All right, don't need to bend your actions to me. What's this? Blankets?
Of course they're his blankets. He's likely to catch cold without them.
Didn't die of anything catching, did he?
If he had, I certainly wouldn't have come near him.
Oh, now look at this. This is fine work, very high quality.
It's the best shirt he had. You can stare at it till your eyes ache and speak, but you won't find a threadbare nor a hole in its place. If it weren't for me, they would have wasted it.
What do you mean, wasted it?
They were going to bury him in it. But I got it off him. If calico ain't good enough to be buried in, it ain't good enough for anything.
Much easier to get something off the horse's fur it's buried, isn't that right, Mrs. Dilber?
Right you are. And if he hadn't scared everyone away from him when he was alive, there would have been someone to look after him when he was struck with death, instead of just lying there gasping out his final breath.
Truer words have never been spoken. It was a judgment upon him.
Tell you what, I can give you 100 now and 100 later when you get the rest of these bed curtains over to me.
You can get them no better time than the present.
Might I join you? In need of a new coat, so.
Oh, I can use new hats.
Spirit, did you hear the way they were talking about that old man? Is there no man, woman, or child willing to grieve for a soul who walked this earth? If there is, please show me that person.
You were gone so long that I was worried.
Yes, well, I'm here now, my dear, and I have very good news.
Spirit, who are these people? Are they of relation to the man who has died?
Tell me, what has happened?
What has happened is, we are no longer to be in shame. He is dead.
Dead?
Yes!
Oh, Thomas, this is, as you say, although I regret to repeat it, good news.
Very good news.
For us, God forgive me.
Yes. Well, the cleaning lady, the one that denied me to see him when I wanted to get a week's delay, was telling the truth. He was ill, and not only that, he was dying.
To whom will our debt be transferred?
I do not know, but what I do know is that it will give us more time. And once we have that money, we'll be able to pay it off.
And it's highly unlikely that we'll be dealing with so cruel and merciless a creditor in his successor as he was.
Yes, and we may sleep with light hearts, for he is dead, and his shadow will no longer haunt us.
Let's celebrate!
Yes.
Spirit, this is not what I asked to see. Is there no man, woman, or child willing to grieve for a poor soul has walked this earth? Can you not show me some tenderness connected with death? No, no. Spirit, no. Please tell me it is not Tiny Tim who has died. Not Tiny Tim.
I heard of a man who stood to speak at the funeral of a friend. He referred to the dates on her tombstone from the beginning to the end.
He noted that first came the day of her birth, and spoke of the following date with tears. But he said, mattered most of all was the dash between his ears.
Very nice, Abby. What a fine voice you have. Very nice, Martha. You two must read to your father when he gets home.
Yes, Mother.
He is very late. It is well past his time.
He seems to walk so much slower these last few evenings, Mother.
Yes, but I have known him to walk very fast with Tiny Tim upon his shoulder. Very fast indeed.
Me too.
But he was very late to carry, and your father loved him so it was no trouble. No trouble at all.
Everyone, I'm home.
Ah, at last. There's your father at the door.
Hello, Father.
Hello, my dears.
I'm so glad you're home.
As am I. What have you been up to?
Abby has been reading to us, and Martha and I have been drinking your tea. Haven't we?
Yes, we have.
What took you so long, Robert?
Just making some final arrangements. I wish you could have been there. You would have been so happy to see how great a place it is and how peaceful it is, but we'll see it often, won't we? We'll go there every Sunday.
Yes, Father.
Yes, Father.
Every Sunday.
My little child. Small child.
Don't be sad, Father.
We love you.
Of that, I'm certain. Do you know who I saw in town today? Mr. Scrooge's nephew. And seeing that I was upset, he asked me what happened. I am very sorry for your loss, Mr. Cratchit, he said, and very sorry for your loss. If there's anything you could do, come see me.
I'm sure he's a kind soul.
You would know it if you spoke to him, my dear. He is as kind and loving as his uncle is cruel and bitter. I wouldn't be surprised if he helped Abby's situation.
Hear that, Abby? And then Abby will be keeping company and setting up for herself. And what's wrong with that?
Nothing. You are a kind, beautiful young lady.
And one of these days, if you're lucky, you'll meet someone nice that you want to spend the rest of your life with.
Very true. But there's plenty of time for that. And I hope in the years to come, no matter how far apart we are, or for whatever reason, that we remember our little Tiny Tim and the first parting among us.
Never, Father.
That in the years to come, we will not bicker easily, because in doing so, we'd be forgetting him.
No, never, Father.
I'm so happy. So very, very happy.
Spirit, we should not be here. We should leave this poor family to grieve in peace. I do not know why, but I sense our parting is at hand. So I ask you one final thing. Please, show me the man who has died. Before I draw near to that stone at which you point, I must know one thing. Are these the shadows of the things that will be, or the things that may be only? Yes, men's actions foreshadow certain means, but if those means be changed, the ends will change too, will they not? No! Spirit, it is as I feared. Please, have mercy. I am changed. I promise I will not shut out the lessons of this night. The spirits of all three shall live within me. Spirits of Christmas past, present, and future. will not shut out the lessons of this night. Please tell me I sponge away the writing on this vile stone.
Scrooge? What are you doing on the street?
I'm alive! As happy as a giddy schoolboy. I'm as happy as a drunken man. I'm as light as a feather. Wait, that's the door by which the ghost of Jacob Marley entered.
The ghost of Jacob Marley?
That's where the wandering spirits appeared.
Wandering spirits.
Yes. I did not mean to scare you, Mrs. Dilber.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm talking about Christmas, Mrs. Dilber.
Are you quite all right, Mr. Scrooge?
Yes, I'm quite all right.
Well, you're acting a bit peculiar, and forgive me for saying so, but maybe you should have your head looked at?
Maybe I should. I wonder what they'd find up there.
I'll fetch the doctor, shall I?
No. That is not necessary. Now, why are you here with me on Christmas morning?
You told me to come in and get you breakfast at the usual time?
Right, yes, that does sound like something I would do. Well, it shall happen no longer.
Really? What?
Take $200 to spend on you and your family this Christmas.
Are you sure? This is a lot of money.
I am very sure. Have a Merry Christmas, Mrs. Dilber.
Thank you so much. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to everyone, and a Happy New Year. Boy, girl,
Hi. Hello.
do you know the butcher's? Not one street over, but two.
We do.
The prize turkey, is it still hanging?
The one as big as me?
Yes, that one.
It's hanging there still.
Perfect. Go and buy it.
Go buy it.
Are you up your mouth?
No. Go and buy it. And you know the Cratchits, right?
We do.
All right. Tell them to bring it there. And get something for yourself while you're at it.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Look at them go. So young and joyful. Mr. Bob will not know who sent it. It's twice the size of Tiny Tim. Oh, I don't deserve to be so happy, but I am. Oh, a whole day to spend celebrating the season. What to do? Why, Mr. Granger?
Mr. Scrooge?
I very much hope that you succeeded yesterday. It was very kind of you.
You are Mr. Scrooge, right?
Yes, and I fear that my name may be unpleasant to you. And I wish to change that. I wish to donate $10,000 to your farm.
Are you serious?
Yes, very much so. And a great many back payments are included.
I don't know what to say to such generosity.
Don't say anything. And be sure to put my partner Jacob Marley's name on the donation. This was all his doing, you see.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Now, you must come by my office tomorrow and I'll write you a check.
Absolutely.
Mr. Scrooge?
Oh, I'm Mr. Granger. I mean, Mr. Bentley.
Oh, just on the way to your office.
You will not find me there.
No, of course not. You're here.
Well, Mr. Bentley, I'd like to meet a business associate of mine, Mr. Granger.
How do you do, Mr. Granger?
How do you do?
Mr. Granger and I happen to belong to a group of businessmen raising a fund for the poor and destitute, so they may have warmth and meat at a festive time of year.
Mr. Scrooge, I don't marry myself in Christmas.
And don't have the money or time to make idle people merry at Christmas. I've heard it all. Even said it all. And it's all a bunch of codswallop.
Mr. Scrooge, are you insane?
That is not the first time I've been told that today, but I'm sure it will not be the last. But that is no reason for you not to donate. Come on, take that $1,000 you made yesterday.
Mr. Scrooge, if I was going to give all my money away to anyone who asked for it, it'll not be long before I find myself in a poor hole. Good day.
Merry Christmas.
Unbelievable.
And a Happy New Year.
Humbug.
Humbug indeed. He's a tough nut to crack, that one. And in addition to what I was saying earlier, I would like to start a merchant's guild, so that instead of just making money for the poor, or at Christmas, we have a fund for the poor to have meat and drink and means of warmth all year round, not just at Christmas.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And Merry Christmas.
A Merry Christmas to you too, Mr. Scrooge.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. Good tidings for Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
What a lovely song.
Well, Mr. Cratchit.
Mr. Scrooge, I didn't see you there.
So this is how you spend your day, singing silly songs when you should be at my counting house working.
But sir, you said I could spend the day with my family.
Did I? Can't believe I'd ever agree to such nonsense. I suppose you'll be feasting on plum pudding and turkey, no doubt.
Yes, we will, Mr. Scrooge. A kind and generous soul out of the blue, without so much as revealing his name, has sent us a turkey for our Christmas dinner.
Oh, did he now?
Not everyone in this world is as cold-hearted as you, Mr. Scrooge. Bob has been a loyal and dedicated employee all these years, and he deserves better.
Well, Mr. Cratchit, in light of what your wife has said, you leave me no choice. I will not stand for this a minute longer. I'll be tripling your salary.
Tripling my salary.
Your salary.
My salary.
Tripled.
Are you quite yourself, Mr. Scrooge?
Oh, I am very much myself. I am in earnest. I wish you a Merry Christmas, Bob, my good fellow. A merrier Christmas than I have ever offered you before. We must discuss your affairs tomorrow over a cup of Christmas cider.
Yes, thank you. And Merry Christmas. God bless you.
Good heavens, Uncle Scrooge? It is you. Emma, come meet my Uncle Scrooge. What brings you on a Christmas day? And such good cheer.
Why, if it isn't my wonderful nephew Fred and his wonderful wife Emma. I was wondering if your invitation to dinner was still open. If it is, I would love to take you along.
Of course, Uncle. I'm so glad that you'll be joining us. What changed your mind?
The ghost of Jacob Marley changed my mind. The spirits of Christmas past, present, and future changed my mind. But most of all, Fred, you changed my mind. I now see that Christmas is a joyous time, when want is more keenly felt and when men open up their hearts to one another and see each other as fellow people instead of just passengers to the grave. And I say, along with you, God bless it, and I will honor Christmas to the last in memory of your dear mother.
To think my Uncle Scrooge was better than his word.
He did it all and much more.
And to Tiny Tim, who I'm happy to say did not die, he was like a second father.
Scrooge became the best master in all of England, or really any town, city, or borough in the entire world.
And it was always said of him that he knew how to keep the Christmas cheer. If any man alive possessed knowledge, may be truly said of us all.
And so, as Tiny Tim observed, God bless us, everyone.
Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. Good tidings. We won't go until we get some. We won't go until we get some. We wish you a Merry Christmas.